Good evening, Night Gems. Welcome back for another episode. Tonight, I only have one letter. And of course, before we get into this letter, if you have just one bad moment in your day today, do not let it become a bad day. It was just a bad moment. Okay, and before we get to this letter, you already know, go ahead and get that drink. That will get you right for the rest of the night. I already had one glass of Moscato. I am drinking the Stella Rose Strawberry Rose. It's pretty tasty. I like it. And you already know your girl is paying for this with her own coins. So I just want to make sure y'all know that. So I hope everyone have a wonderful day today. Oh, today is also Money Manifesting Mondays. So with that being said, the quote of the day is going to be, the first step in achieving prosperity and wealth is learning to appreciate what you already have. So in other words, stay humble, appreciate what you have, and the rest will come through. Okay, and let me go ahead and pull up this letter. The letter reads, Hi, Autumn. I'm a 26-year-old man, married man, and my wife is 8 months pregnant. Congratulations. With our first child. Okay. I met my wife at work. We dated for a year before I asked her to marry me. We still work at the same job. I don't know how to tell my wife that I'm going to be paying child support for the baby that our coworker just had a month ago. Besides that, I don't know how to tell my wife that her supervisor is 4 months pregnant and I could possibly be the father. I love my wife, but while she's pregnant, I have some weak moments. I'm hoping she can forgive me and keep this between us. Oh, wow. Miss Moon, I would really appreciate your opinion. Thank you. Wow. So I don't think I said it in the beginning. This letter is anonymous. Well, this type of letter, of course, is going to be anonymous. 26, married man. Your wife is 8 months pregnant. First off, thank you for sending me this letter. Oh my gosh, man, you are all over the place. Damn. I mean, you out there slinging community dick everywhere. First off, you're a real shiesty individual. You are. That is some nonsense. My question is, first off, how come you asked this woman to marry you if you knew, and trust me, you knew you was not ready to be married? Maybe you thought you was ready to be married, but you knew in your heart you was not ready to settle down and be with one person. And then, the reason why I call you a shiesty individual, you're doing this shit right at her job. First of all, don't get me wrong, you married. You and your wife took that vow in front of God and all your friends and family. You took those vows with this one woman, not every woman in the company. Oh my God. So your wife is 8 months pregnant. For the simple fact that you don't know how to tell your wife, first of all, don't be Don't be an ass and tell her while she's pregnant. Second of all, you want it to be kept between both of you. My guy, you should have thought about that before you was passing it out at the job that you and your wife work at. But how low down, like really, how low down and dirty can you be? You have no respect for your wife. You clearly don't have no respect for the women that you work with. And so now your wife pregnant, her supervisor could be having your baby, and you already have another baby. First of all, dude, how many kids do you got? Second of all, you need to get it snip because you can't control yourself. Third, if your wife decides she want to leave you, she has every right to, because this is a hot mess. You don't know what. You know what? I don't even know if you using protection or not. You a big boy. But the disrespect you showing your wife at this job that both of y'all work at is crazy to me. Crazy. This right here just shows me that you clearly do not care about your wife. Y'all at the same job. This is just unacceptable. I'm sorry. You are such an asshole for this. You know, I probably would have respected you a little bit more if you never got married and you told women at the job, it is what it is. And you know what? And use some damn protection. You're not even man enough to get protection and use it. Come on, my guy. You could be bringing your wife home some type of STD, and then you probably, if she confront you about it, you probably blame it on her. Oh no, that ain't me. Who you been with? You probably try to turn it around on her. Who you been with? I ain't got no STD. Dude, you don't, you're a grown man. You're supposed to, if you marry somebody, you're supposed to be ready to commit. Not, oh, I'm married because I want to be married one moment and when it benefits me, but I can still play around. Man, you a scumbag. I said it. You a scumbag. Oh my goodness. But the only thing I ask you not to do is tell your wife while she's pregnant, because you don't know her, you don't know what her emotional state could be. And you don't want to add, as a decent human being, you don't want to add no additional stress at this time, at this moment for her. Now, after she had a baby, a month or so later now, yeah, you could tell her. Because if you don't tell her, somebody on the job is going to tell her. And I wouldn't be surprised if she went in, hear rumors about it going on. Embarrassing the fuck out of her. Embarrassing her. Because you can't keep it in your pants. My guy, karma is going to hit you, and it's going to hit you hard. And you ain't going to have nobody to thank but yourself. It's unbelievable. I don't even know really what else to tell you about this. Because you at the job just getting every woman you can pregnant. I mean, do you have like a list of something where you sit there and you check one woman names off the list and another one name off the list? Is this, I mean, it seems like it's some type of game to you. It is a fucked up game. Man, you are 100% wrong for doing your wife like that. 100% wrong for doing her like that. And then you want to tell her right now. Don't tell her. Don't put her in a position where, God forbid, something could happen and she needs to be going to the hospital right now because you decided at this moment while she was pregnant to tell her to confess your sins to her. Man, you need to grow up. For real. You need to grow up. This ain't cool. This ain't right. This ain't another notch under your belt. This ain't no, I conquered this woman and I conquered that woman. This ain't it, bro. This ain't. Oh my goodness. I just don't understand how you think like it was okay. Granted, I'm not saying if you're going to do it, don't do it at the job. First of all, you shouldn't be doing it at all. You shouldn't be doing it at all. But you at the job, passing it out. You passing your thing out so hard at the job. So hard at the job. And you can't even keep focus on your wife while she's 8 months pregnant. Well, that's my answer for you. I don't agree with anything in this letter. I really don't. And I'm not sitting over here trying to wish bad karma on you, but you give what you give out. The energy that you give out, that's what you're going to receive. It's the law of nature. That's what you're going to receive. I can't even say I can't even sit here and say if my statement helped you because this is just horrible. This is just horrible of what you're doing. Now when your wife go to work, she gotta look these women in the face once you tell her who and how many. She gotta go to work and be there knowing good and well if it's true that her supervisor is pregnant with your baby. She gotta come into work and see her supervisor, knowing good and well her supervisor slept with her husband and they have a possible baby. Man, you really need to grow up and you really need to snip it. And this is not a pass for you to say, oh, well, I got fixed. Let me continue to mark these ladies off the list. I find you to be very selfish, very childish. Because you can't have your cake and eat it too in this type of situation. You can't be married when it benefits you, but then, hey, let me talk to this woman. Let me see if she dropped her drawers for me. Well, that is all I have to say for this letter. Wow. So, night gems, the question of the night, you already know. Should he go ahead and tell his wife right now while she's pregnant? I say no, because it's not going to do her any justice. Not right now. But you are welcome to leave your comments, and come on, leave your comments in the comment section below. I promise I'll look at them. And also, please like. Just take your little finger, go ahead and click that mouse and click on that like for me. I appreciate that. Your girl need all the likes she can get. And also, I am adding to this segment I'm adding is a sweetheart news or good news. So I do have a little sweetheart news here for you. And it reads, Dear Miss Moon, I just wanted to inform you that I saw your last episode. Thank you. And I heard you was going to do like a sweetheart news. If you do, I do have a kind story that I would like to share. You see, I just moved into my apartment about 2 months ago. And I work the late shift. Okay. So when I get up in the morning to go out jogging, I do see my neighbor. She's always out on her patio. And for the longest time, she always just stared at me when she saw me passing through. And I'm saying to myself, you know, why this woman just keeps staring at me every time I walk through. She don't wave or say hi. She just stares at me. So one day when I was coming back from the gym, When I was coming back from the gym, I stopped and I said to her, "Hi, how are you?" And I never would have believed it. She sat there and she smiled and she said, "I always wanted to ask you, would you like to sit here with me and have a cup of coffee in the morning?" But I just never got up the nerve to ask you because I know you're a young woman, and who will want to sit here and have coffee in the morning with a 78-year-old lady? This, wow. When I heard she said that, I told her, I tell you what, every Friday we can sit here and have a cup of coffee and talk. So this right here has been going on for a few weeks, and she enjoyed the company as I do as well. You never know what your neighbor would need. Sometimes they would just need a good friend, or just to have coffee and talk. Wow, that is lovely. That is a nice letter, and you're right. You never know what your neighbors would need. And just for the simple fact that this older woman was sitting there second guessing herself, wanting to say something to you, but felt some type of way that you probably wouldn't want to have coffee with her. I like this letter, and I'm happy that, you spoke. And that gave her the opportunity to speak with you. And now y'all having coffee Fridays. That's a really nice story. And thank you so much for sharing. I truly appreciate that. So, Night Gems, it is the end of this episode. Thank you for tuning into tonight's episode. Again, enjoy the rest of your evening. If you have not told a family member that you love them, call them up, send them a text. You know what? Don't even send them a text. Call them up. Because it's so nice to hear, not to read, but to hear that, someone telling them that they love them. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed for none of us. On that note, enjoy the rest of your evening. Cheers.